Japan, a country that, when mentioned, most people immediately imagine discipline, cutting-edge technology, dazzling robots, and a strict work culture. But if you peel back the surface just a little, another truth appears, one that looks nothing like the image in your mind. A nation that on one hand is celebrated as one of the cleanest, most law-abiding, and most precise societies in the world, yet on the other hand is sometimes labeled as the most sinful country. It's a strange paradox that makes you stop and wonder, how can a people known for bowing in respect and following rules so carefully live in a society where entire districts turn into another world when night falls? Picture yourself traveling through Tokyo during the day. Streets spotless, people in masks and neat suits rushing to work. Not a sound out of place except the quiet hum of traffic. The discipline is so intense you feel as though even footsteps are moving along invisible tracks. But when night descends, those very same streets transform. Neon signs flicker alive, districts like Shinjuku and Kabukicho awaken, and the Japan you saw just hours earlier becomes an endless show of indulgence and extremes. This is the exact moment that shocks so many visitors, because they expect Japan to match its calm, traditional image. Yet beneath the surface, something happens every single day and night. Something you can't ignore once you see it. The hidden realities of daily life here are truly mind-blowing. Japan has more love hotels than anywhere else on Earth. Hotels designed specifically for couples, widely used and entirely normalized. In many other countries, this would be taboo, but in Japan, it's just another part of ordinary life. This industry alone generates billions of dollars annually. Add to that manga and anime, forms of art adored across the globe. Yet a staggering percentage of the content is built around themes few people would openly discuss in public. Then there are the gachapon machines. At first glance, they look like playful toys for kids, but some versions sell items so unexpected that tourists often stand frozen in disbelief when they discover them. And all of this is only a fraction of Japan's daily reality. Each day, each night, these worlds coexist. People who are disciplined, hardworking, and serious by day step into completely different lives by night. It feels like two parallel dimensions colliding within the same country. The duality is so extreme that foreigners struggle to process it, but for the Japanese it's normal. Why? Because the roots of this culture go deep into history and belief systems. In Shinto and even Buddhism, the definition of sin is far removed from Western ideas. What would be condemned as a major sin in the West is often viewed in Japan as simply a natural part of life. This difference in worldview is why Japan can simultaneously be seen as one of the purest and one of the most sinful countries on Earth. Walk through the streets of Kabukicho at night and just look around. Every glowing neon sign tells a story. Every doorway hides an entirely different world. From tiny bars that hold only a handful of people to clubs that stay alive until dawn, the variety is overwhelming. You don't just visit, you step into what feels like a live documentary. Locals barely notice. To them, it's as ordinary as grabbing dinner. But for outsiders, the scale of this freedom and contradiction hits like cultural shock. This cycle repeats every single day in Japan, and it's exactly what makes the country so unique. A nation where cutting-edge technology, discipline, and respect for tradition coexist with industries of entertainment and indulgence so vast they're almost surreal. It's this bizarre coexistence that leaves some calling Japan a paradise, while others whisper that it's the most sinful country in the world. So the question is, how do you see Japan? As a country simply different, shaped by its own unique culture? Or as a land where beneath its orderly surface lies a hidden darkness playing out, day after day, night after night? When I first set foot in Narita Airport, the very first thing I felt was the order and serenity of the place. Bright signboards, the constant rhythm of trains gliding by, and the polite smiles of the staff seemed to invite me into another world. Tokyo, like a beating heart, immediately revealed that this journey would not be ordinary. It would be an adventure into a realm where tradition and modernity live side by side. The Shinkansen bullet train carried me to Kyoto at breathtaking speed. There, wooden temples and rock gardens infused my soul with silence and peace. In the narrow alleys of Gion, paper lanterns swayed gently, and the silhouettes of geisha moving gracefully pulled me back into centuries past. The scent of incense, the toll of temple bells, and the breeze slipping through maple trees that turned everything into a living dream. One morning I found myself at the foot of Mount Fuji. The sheer majesty of its peak, piercing the sky, stole the breath from my chest. Climbing its trails was demanding, yet every encounter with fellow travelers along the way became part of the story. When I finally reached the summit at dawn, the sunrise unveiled a beauty so overwhelming it brought tears to my eyes. My journey then took me to Okinawa, painting the adventure in tropical colors. Turquoise waters and white sands, alive with dancing corals and schools of vibrant fish, carried me into an underwater wonderland. On shore, the traditional music of Okinawa filled the air, its tones a blend of joy and nostalgia that lingered deep in my heart. In Hokkaido, the landscape transformed once again. Snow blanketed the earth like a vast white carpet, and the Sapporo Snow Festival astonished me with its massive ice sculptures glowing under lights. Holding a steaming bowl of miso soup in the biting cold, I tasted warmth and comfort I will never forget. But Japan was not just nature and temples. Back in Tokyo, I was thrust into the modern frenzy. The colossal towers of Shinjuku, the neon chaos of Akihabara, with its eccentric shops, and the flamboyant fashion of Harajuku's youth culture, all merged into an adventure without boundaries. And then, the food. Fresh sushi at Tsukiji Market, steaming bowls of ramen on Osaka's rainy nights, and piping hot takoyaki from bustling street stalls. All were not just meals, but edible stories. Each bite was an immersion in history, culture, and the Japanese way of savoring life. Japan turned out to be a land where every corner whispered a new story waiting to be discovered. From Zen tranquility to technological madness, from Mount Fuji's slopes to tropical islands, from unforgettable flavors to dazzling festivals, this adventure was not only a voyage across geography, but also a journey inward. I learned that serenity and excitement are not opposites. In Japan, they coexist in perfect harmony. Japan's weather is as varied as its breathtaking landscapes, offering a unique experience that changes with the seasons. The archipelago stretches over 3,000 kilometers from north to south, resulting in distinct climatic zones, each with its own charm and character. Spring in Japan is a time of renewal and celebration, heralded by the blooming of cherry blossoms that blanket the country in delicate pink hues. During March and April, the climate is generally mild, with temperatures ranging from 10 degrees C to 20 degrees C. Festivals such as Hanami invite people to gather under blossoming trees, enjoying picnics while marveling at nature's beauty. The air is fragrant with the scent of flowers, and the picturesque sight of Sakura draws tourists and locals alike into an enchanting atmosphere. As spring transitions into summer, the country warms up and vibrant colors come alive. Summer months range from June to August, bringing heat and humidity, particularly in cities like Tokyo and Osaka. The average temperature hovers between 25 degrees C to 35 degrees C, with July often being the hottest month. Rainy season, or tsuyu, typically occurs from early June, bringing sudden downpours that nourish the lush greenery. Festivals like Gion Matsuri in Kyoto, showcasing traditional floats and cultural performances, draw crowds even during the warm summer nights. Autumn casts a spell of mesmerizing colors across Japan, with leaves transforming into fiery shades of red, orange, and gold. From September to November, the cool temperatures return, ranging from 15 degrees C to 25 degrees C. This season is synonymous with harvest festivals and breathtaking scenery, particularly in mountainous areas like Nikko or Hakone. The serene atmosphere invites leisurely strolls through scenic parks, where the vibrant foliage creates a stunning backdrop for reflection. Winter blankets Japan in a peaceful layer of snow, particularly in the northern regions such as Hokkaido. From December to February, temperatures can plummet to minus figures, making it a haven for winter sports enthusiasts. Ski resorts become bustling hubs, while the beauty of snow-covered temples creates a tranquil, almost magical scene. The annual Sapporo Snow Festival showcases intricate snow sculptures and draws visitors from around the globe. Understanding Japan's weather patterns enhances the appreciation of its seasonal wonders. Each season offers unique opportunities for exploration and warmth, whether it's through the delicate cherry blossoms of spring or the serene snowy landscapes of winter. With its striking contrasts and rich cultural ties, the weather of Japan enriches the experience of this beautiful country, leaving a lasting impression on all who visit.